Good morning. Are you going to help Mommy film her vlog this morning? Can you say hi to YouTube?
Hi.
Hi guys, it's Amanda with Eat, Pray, Crunch. You'll have to bear with me today, I'm sick. So as you see, I've got my Kleenex box and that's going to be my little companion today. So you're gonna have to bear with me today because this one might be a long one. So I had an unfortunate series of events happen with my camera. So as you can see, I had a little mishap with my camera. I had my camera sitting on a tripod out where I normally vlog, and Alex was crawling around and I was across the room and I saw it happen. He was crawling underneath it. Yeah, I'm talking about you, buddy. Yes, it was this little guy. He was crawling around and it was just like slow motion in a movie. I saw the tripod start to tilt over and I was like, no. As I ran over to try and catch it, but it was too late. Anyway, so I was totally freaked out because this is my really good camera. You know, I was just praying to God that the lens wasn't broken and that the camera itself would still work. I was kind of freaked out because it's like my second baby since I'm a photographer. And thankfully when I looked a little more closely at it, it was just the little UV filter that goes over the lens, and that was the only thing that was broken. I swear my camera has a guardian angel or something. I'm so thankful that that was the worst that happened to it. But because of the impact, it kind of stripped the threads on it a little bit, so I couldn't get the thing off myself. It wouldn't unscrew, so I had to take it into a camera repair shop to get it fixed. So my camera was out of commission for a week or two while I took it in. So anyway, in the meanwhile, I used my little Kodak Play, just my little tiny handheld video camera, and you know, it worked fine, and I actually filmed my week 8 and week 9 vlog update, and then last weekend was Bill's and my 4th anniversary, and we took a little trip to Whidbey Island for our anniversary, and that was really nice. But when I got home, I could not find this little camera anywhere, and I hadn't even used it on the trip, so I don't know if it got lost there, if it fell out of our luggage, or if it's still in our house somewhere. Anyway, I had filmed my vlog for week 8 and week 9 on that little video camera since my other one was out of commission, and now it's gone. So I lost those 2 weeks of vlogs and it's kind of upsetting. So I am going to do a 3 weeks in 1 update today. Anyway, so you might be wondering why I'm doing weeks 8, 9, and 10 all in one. You probably thought that I was a little bit earlier in my pregnancy. The reasoning is I actually started filming my vlogs once I had actually seen the heartbeat on my ultrasound, and that's actually when I started putting my vlogs up. So I was actually a little bit behind the schedule. So as of August 21st, which is today, I am 10.5 weeks, and my turnover date is every Saturday. So anyway, so that's where I am now. I actually am 10.5 weeks pregnant. So I guess I'll just get you all caught up for the last 3 weeks all in one. So in a nutshell, the last 3 weeks have just been pretty darn rough. I'm not gonna lie, they've just been really difficult. I thought last week in the ninth week that I was starting to be on the upswing a little bit and, you know, on my way out of the woods, but because I had a few days, like 3 or 4 days, when I didn't have to wear my C-bands, and I had a little bit more energy. I thought, oh good, finally, maybe this is over. That did last for a little while, and then we went on our little getaway to Whidbey Island for our 4th anniversary, and that was really nice. As a little side note, Alex stayed with his grandparents for 3 nights, so that was kind of a big deal, but it actually worked out beautifully. They have a really good relationship, and we were all very comfortable with the situation, and he did a really good job. He's such a good kid. We're really proud of him. So it was really nice, but I was starting to feel really fatigued again on our trip, and but the beauty of it was that we didn't have to get up for Alex in the morning, so that was nice. I was able to, you know, get up for breakfast and like go back to bed for a while. It was glorious. So that was really nice that I was able to do that and get some rest, even though I had some insomnia while we were there. And I did have one day that I was actually feeling pretty good. After I got some good rest, we hiked Evie's Landing, which was actually connected to the woods right next to our bed and breakfast where we were staying. If you guys are from Washington and you've never hiked Evie's Landing, you so should, because it is one of the most gorgeous places in the Northwest. It's like a really good taste of seeing like everything that Western Washington has in terms of beauty, because you have the Puget Sound off to the west, and on a clear day you can even see Mount Rainier, and across the water is the Olympic Mountains, and then there's the trees up on the bluff, and it's just gorgeous. So it was really nice that we were able to do that and spend some time on the beach. It was really good for my soul. I'll actually insert a little clip of that hike right here. Here we are up at the top of Evie's Landing, and we're getting sunshine, and it's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. You can see the water down below. Now we're hoping that the clouds will clear a little bit more, because down there should be Mount Rainier. We are taking the trail, taking the big switchback down to the beach right now. See this little side trail that comes up into the woods. Check it out. Bill thinks these are all spruce trees. Very gnarly trees. This is why we love living in the Pacific Northwest, folks. View into our hike on our little vacation. It was really nice. That night we had Thai food for dinner, and I ordered like a seafood noodle dish. It sounded really good to me at the time, but partway through it I started having the pregnancy symptom, like just a sudden aversion, like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't keep eating this, but I did because I was so hungry. And then later that night I paid for it. I don't think that the food was bad, like, because Bill ate some and he was totally fine. But I felt so sick. I spent half the night in the bathroom, lying next to the porcelain throne, because I thought I was going to throw up. I never did, but I really felt like it was terrible. And then after that, it just seems like it kind of went downhill again from there. When we got home from our trip, I just had the really horrible fatigue. Oh, we have a little visitor here.
Happy.
Do you have your red Lego? Yeah? You want to join me while I talk about the last couple weeks? Yeah. Anyway, so when I got back that Monday, I started to have really low energy, and I thought I was thinking, oh well, maybe I'm just not out of the woods with the pregnancy fatigue yet. But then that night, I realized I was coming down with a bug, and I, started feeling like a little bit fevery and like started getting like sinus headache and everything. The next day it was just full blown, and the day after that I had a couple of days of like a low grade fever, like 99 to 100, and I had so much pressure in my head. It was awful. I just felt so sick. And I'm not gonna lie, like that is the single hardest part of being a stay-at-home mom, is you don't get any sick days unless you can get your spouse to stay home. But Bill's really busy at work right now, and that wasn't an option. Thankfully my parents came for one day and helped out, which was nice. But then like yesterday, it was still a really rough day. I'm not gonna lie, I was really struggling yesterday because all I wanted to do was just climb in bed and sleep. My head was throbbing, I was feeling fevery, but yet I still had to take care of this little munchkin here. Thankfully he's such a good kid, and he did a lot of playing by himself, and we watched a lot of Sesame Street. Didn't we? Yes, we did. Kisses. Anyway, so just being sick on top of the symptoms of the first trimester, it's really kind of been terrible. Today I finally feel like I'm starting to feel a little better, although I only slept like 4 hours last night because the pressure in my head was so intense. And the thing is, when you're pregnant, you can't take anything when you're sick. You can take Tylenol, and I have been taking that to help with the fever, because you don't want your fever to get too high when you're pregnant, because that can be dangerous for baby too. So the Tylenol helped a little with the pressure in my head, but oh man, the last couple days, they've just been awful. But I'm feeling thankful that I think the worst of it is over now, and I'm 10.5 weeks, so I'm hoping now, praying to God that this will really start to be the upswing once I recover from this little bug. So anyway, so forgive how I look today. I've just been a total couch potato. I'm still in my sweats today. That's how it is. We're just laying low still. Anyway, like I mentioned before, like when we were on our trip, I was having insomnia, and that's actually been one of my symptoms, is insomnia. Me and sleep have been having a very tumultuous relationship. That's just kind of like how I've always been all my life. Like I've always had to be, I have to be very methodical about falling asleep and everything, because it's so easy for my brain to get going, and for me to just like stay up thinking about things. And plus we're night owls, and so usually it's not that big of a deal, but if something is worrying me, I always have trouble sleeping, or if I'm sick, then I'm also having trouble sleeping. And anyway, it's been something I've been constantly dealing with as well. Like I often wake up at 5 or 6 in the morning, which I know is normal for some people, but we are not morning people. We are definitely night owls, and so that's an unholy hour for us. But I wake up and I can't fall back asleep, and I'm like, often I'm starving, so I'll get up and like have a small bowl of cereal or something, since like carbs are the only thing that are agreeing with my stomach right now, and go back to bed. And thankfully Bill's been really helpful in the mornings. Like he has a flexible schedule, as long as he usually works about 50 hours a week, and as long as he puts those hours in, they're pretty flexible about when he comes in and when he leaves. So that's actually been nice that he usually works like 10 to 8ish. That's kind of his normal schedule. So it's really been nice that he's been helping in the mornings. On the days where Alex wakes up early, he's been getting up with him. And thankfully, while I've been sick, he's been doing the grocery shopping and like all of the laundry. I am so thankful for this man. Anyway, let's be real, guys. with dealing with these symptoms the first trimester and being sick altogether, like my house is a total disaster. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's just the way it is. Often the dishes are piled high, and basically our laundry, like I used to be pretty good about folding our laundry and putting it away, but recently we have our hampers for the dirty laundry. We have a big mountain of clean clothes at the foot of our bed, and that is where we get our clean clothes now. Because I have not had it in me, especially while I'm feeling sick. That's the state of my house right now. And have no shame about it. It's just kind of, you know, I'm kind of accepting that's just kind of the stage we're in right now, and I know this will pass and I'll get more energy back again and I'll be able to get back into my normal routine. But for now, that's how it's been going. Uh-oh, did you find Mommy's Kleenexes?